Thank you for joining part 2 of the discussion about how to travel during COVID-19. So now that we've discussed what our plane ride will look like, our trip to the resort, as well as on a cruise ship, let's talk about what to do when we get there. And you want to ask about policy everywhere you go. If you're in a restaurant, if you're on an excursion, you want to look at their masking policy. You want to just have that conversation casually with your wait staff while you're sipping on a glass of water. Like, what's the COVID-19 policy here? Do you guys get time off if someone is symptomatic? Is there random testing? And you're in your mind programming and deciding whether you want to stay or you want to leave based on what those answers are. You also want to bring tests with you on your trip. Tests so that you can have a test if you feel like you're coming down with some symptoms, or if you're going to see family and friends. Now, this is also not the time for new friends. So I know cruising is all about meeting new people that share the same views as you and share the same love for travel, but you don't know what their style is like when it comes to masking and sanitizing. So you definitely want to make sure that you're not making too many new friends so that you can't really trace back your exposure if you were to become positive. Now, you want to elect for private tours. I personally pick up a rental, get a map, and just drive and see all the points in a destination. Or I may do a little bit of research before I get there to look at what I want to see and how to get there by car. Or you can book a private tour if you're not comfortable driving in other countries, especially if they speak a different language. I've been driving in Spanish and French speaking countries now for a while, so I can see how that can become a little bit easier for me to navigate than for someone who's just going to a destination you don't necessarily speak that language. Now, booking a private tour may cost you a little bit more, but that's what you pay for safety. You may go on a trip again with 20 or 30 individuals, and you really don't know what their style or policy is for COVID-19. So you definitely want to make sure that when you can book a private tour, you do. And if you can't, it's a very small group of maybe 4 to 6 individuals, and you do want to continue to wear a mask and sanitize while you're on those tours. Now, we have to talk about the fact that COVID-19 does not have any religious or political affiliation. So whatever you think the virus is about, it's really just looking for new individuals to infect. So if you test positive on your vacation, the first thing you want to get back and do is see your primary care physician. And you need to have that open, transparent conversation about what your experience was like with COVID-19. We are seeing a lot of respiratory failures and other end organ damages, and sometimes it can be prevented if there is early intervention. So you definitely want to make sure that you are not only having those conversations with your physician, but you're getting those chest x-ray in early and seeing, had you lost any lung capacity and how you can work to rebuild that. I thank you for tuning in to another episode of A Doctor's Journey. I hope you found these tips very helpful, and I hope you get back out there and enjoy life. Bye-bye for now.